All right, guys, what's up, man? I'm at a new lake right now. Um, I want to show you guys what to look for, kind of how to narrow it down, what to catch fish on potentially. Um, I just got here to this lake. I'm looking. The water clarity actually looks pretty good. Right, I'm only at one spot of the lake, obviously, right now, but clarity looks, 2, 3, maybe even 4 feet. I see bait fish. It is a little shallow where I'm at. So right now I'm processing all of these factors in my head. Spinner baits, especially with the little breeze today, could be working. There's also about 3 to 4 baits that I always like to throw. Always, no matter what the conditions are. Okay, chatter's always a good option. Sticks, whether they're fished straight or wacky, those are always a good option. I'm a real big fan of those baby crankbaits, those mini fat wraps. So all of those things, I'm gonna probably, if I have time, give a shot today. But you get to a place. I don't even know if I'm allowed to fish here, to be honest. I'm trying to keep it low. But you get to a place, you kind of punch in all the factors. Clear skies relatively. It's solid temperatures like 70, 72 degrees. It did get really cold last night, so probably should load the fish down a little bit. But all of these things, okay, water color, water depth, air temperature, whether it's sunny or not, all of these things kind of factor into what you might want to throw that day. I'm going to start off with what's called a Ned rig. I'm using white, very simple, part of a stick, little jig head. I'm going to fish it slower because it did get cold last night. Um, I'm going to try to gather data as I fish, and as I do that, I might make some changes along the way. I'll let you guys know. Hopefully we catch a few fish. We got about an hour. Check out this monster. There's one already. Cool, man. Solid fish, too. Fish number one. Oh, there's a big one right next to it. Freaking hung up. Wow. Well, I am in a predicament. Okay. This is cutting through weeds pretty good. It's promising. These twin tails have great action in the water. I mean, they look good. Slap a chatter on there, slap a spinner on there, even better. Ooh. New places are tough to fish, but they are also the most rewarding and probably the coolest places to fish because you start from scratch, and I love trying to solve the puzzle of the fish. I also love solving the puzzle and catching fish. Had to leave it there. Thank you, sir. Oh. Fish number 2. Got a little bumpy bump. Thank you, sir. White. White is a really nice color. It's hard to go wrong with white, guys. If you buy a pack of anything and you're unsure of what to buy white. It's hard to beat. There we go, number 3. Oop, see you, number 3. Oh my God. How did he miss that? I don't know, man. Maybe I could have put this on a slider. I don't know a better way to fish this weedless. I've had 2 bites over here, nothing to show for it. All right, guys. Well, I fished for about 45 minutes. Caught a few fish, had a lot of bites. I really was just kind of getting the lay of the land, scoping this place out, seeing if it was like a viable place to fish in the future. And I have a pretty definitive answer. I think it's yes. I am a little worried that this grass that I see a lot of, that's kind of sub top of the water, it's right below the surface. It might get a little too thick. It'll be tough to fish. You know, we'll see. I got to try it out. But, you know, coming here, new body of water. I pretty much just Google mapped it. It looked good. I was like, all right, we'll give it a shot. When you get to a body of water, you definitely have to look at a few factors. I mentioned water quality. The clarity of the water is pretty good here. When you have, you know, relatively clear water, you could get away with natural colors. White is always a pretty good color to go with. You know, also the over skies. Right now it's pretty sunny out. The sun definitely plays a factor. Sometimes the fish don't necessarily want to look up, and when the sun's out, they might, you know, congregate in the shade so that they are able to look up above them to hit a lure. What else? The temperature last night, I did get a little cold. That's why I kind of started off with more of a slow pattern. The main reason why I chose my soft plastics today over crankbaits was that this shallow water kind of dictates what I can throw. The weeds, the shallowness, I really couldn't throw anything that moved. It had to be weedless. I went with a stick, I went with a Ned rig, and also I kind of ended up with this. And I think it worked out for me. Caught a few fish, barely any time to fish, but I think this place is definitely a go in the future. Pretty little neighborhood. I only covered 10 to 15% of this lake. I really only fished a few spots, you know, one side even, not even one side. But I'm happy. Hope you guys learned something. Make sure you take into consideration all the conditions when you're fishing a new place. Very cool to fish new water too. Figure a lot of things out, and that's how you grow as a fisherman. All right, guys, thanks a lot. Hope you enjoyed. I'll see you next time.